Good morning, guys and girls. How's it going? Screezilla here, and I hope you're well. So, morning stream. How's it going? Yes, the morning. Not my favourite time of day. Ugh. But I do have giant coffee cup, about the same size as my head, so things shall be okay. Okay, let's get a rockin' and a rollin'. So, gonna be doing some ship action today. Surprise, surprise. But working on the Russian ships at the moment, which is kind of interesting and painful, getting towards the France. So we'll see how we go, see what happens, and see where we end up. Oh, words are hard. Alrighty, let's get started. Let's see if we can get some battles going. Now, the PR-159 is an absolute beast. This ship is just... oh, it's so ridiculous. I can't even start on this. It's just so much fun. Like, it's well, it is fun in a way. Now this ship is flawed. It doesn't have any anti-aircraft gun per se. The 75mm, 75. I don't know what the actual caliber of the artillery is. Now it's got an automated artillery launcher, not a gun. It's an automated artillery launcher, 76.2mm, and it lobs these shells very quickly and in a high volume. You start off in the destroyer spawn, which is a big drawback for this boat, but when you get into close quarters with the enemy PT boats and smaller boats, this thing is an absolute weapon. However, you only have four guns technically, and you only have two turrets, which can really affect this vehicle negatively, because, well, your turrets get knocked out relatively quickly, and that is rather painful. Now we've got some PT boats over there. We'll just start lobbing loads of artillery their way, and if we hit any of them, we're probably going to get instant kills. You know, this thing is just, it's nasty, and that's where it comes in. It's just so vicious. The artillery, when it hits, it just wrecks everything. So we got some hits there, not many good ones. We'll reload. And we've got a sub-chaser there, a slightly larger boat, so this thing, if we get some hits on that, we should do some real good damage. But of course, we just need to get the distance right. There we go. And this thing, this stupid destroyer doesn't get in my way. It pretty much just destroys everything on board the ship. As I say, it's just such a fast-firing gun, which, good for us, bad for them, basically. And so, got another patrol boat there, and if you hit towards the torpedo as well with this thing, you will just completely annihilate the whole boat, because you're just going to set off. The torpedoes. You're just going to detonate them, and that is just really, really hard. And you know, it's kind of unfair that patrol boats have to fight you, because you do have a really big unfair advantage in this boat. It's not so good against destroyers. You will take out a lot of their boat quite quickly, but you're not great for destroyer hunting, so to say, because it's not got great penetration value. These artillery pieces are just generally low penetration, but you will just cause mass damage on decks. So if we get the guns, if we start hitting the guns here, we're going to take out the gun layout pretty quickly if we get the hits on the guns. Causing some serious damage there. So he's taking a fair lump of damage there. And there's another patrol boat way back there. We've missed. So we're going to try and come round a bit. So you've really got to be careful of getting the guns knocked out too early in this thing, because if you do, you're going to suffer. And all the AI gunners are firing, of course. Now, we're not doing too well this game. We're really lacking, but this guy's going to have a bad time. There we go. That's how quickly you take out patrol boats. You know, when you've got both guns on target, they don't stand a chance. And this is balanced, as I say. Now, we're probably going to lose this match because we don't have many PT boats. Which is just so very fair in this game. It's just, it really doesn't have much fairness. Spawn protection still on that guy. And we are on fire. Okay, so spawn protection's off. This guy's going to die very quickly. Or maybe, if we can actually hit him. There we go. And the fire is now out, but we've got to do some repairs. Looks like our engine's pump's taking damage. Our pump is taking damage. Now, of course, we're in a bit of a pickle now because we're in a sort of spot where torpedoing is possible by the enemy. And we're on fire again. You know, this is War Thunder Naval, so we've got to be on fire at least 50 times. And this is where this ship sort of suffers, is sometimes with the reload. Okay, that's that target destroyed. Guy's already dead. Another patrol boat down. Just gonna watch out for those torpedoes. And we've captured the zone now. And our gun turret is down. So our main turret is down, and this is where you will suffer in this boat, because, as I say, you lack turrets. You really do lack turrets, and full turrets back up. But once you get those turrets working, as you can see, it's just ludicrous. Ships don't stand a chance. And it's just so very unbalanced, as I said. Like, the whole naval thing is really just terribly unbalanced. But where this ship's balance comes in, I guess, is the fact that it doesn't have any anti-aircraft guns. Well, it has got anti-aircraft guns, but it doesn't have any sort of small caliber anti-aircraft guns, which really does cause a few issues, because, you know, basically you rely on those small caliber anti-aircraft guns to take everything out generally. Now we've got a destroyer coming in over there, so we'll start shelling the crap out of it. And as you can see here, we're just taking out guns left, right and centre. That's the main guns down. Again, we're on fire. And fire, as I say, fire is very just crap at the moment, because it really is very unfair. Especially on new boats. And we've lost a turret again. But we did get it repaired quite quickly, and that guy's dead. So we've still got that destroyer over there. Well, we've got another destroyer, sorry. So we'll start shelling that again. And again, we're aiming just to take out the guns. You know, if we can take it out, that's good. There we go. You know, this ship is just... It's on the same level as the Flak Barge, I would say, for just how overpowered it is. Oh, S-boat, don't just sit there, you idiot. I'm a large ship trying to manoeuvre in a small space. You know, you have to just give me some leeway, mate. Oh. Okay, now we've got the planes coming in. So we've got a Stuka coming in. And we're reloading and we're dead now. Unless this S-boat can take out this Stuka, it's going to get us. Maybe not. Maybe it's not going to be able to get us. Okay, and this guy's just come out of spawn. We're basically inadvertently spawn camping because we're capping this zone. And it's just, you know, the trouble is, like, when you're in that sort of position, you're going to cap. But you're basically facing their spawn, which is, again, just really stupid design. It's stupid map design. What are we sitting at? We're sitting at 13 kills. Okay, 13 kills we got in that first section. As I said, it's a ridiculous boat. It is mildly overpowered.
Another zone captured. We have the advantage.
Now the enemy's stuck because they're basically got planes only now by the looks of it, so we've pretty much won this game. This patrol boat as well is pretty terrible, I will just mention. The lack of armament on board really affects it, because again it only has 4 guns. They're semi-decent autocannons, they're 25mm autocannons, but, again, there's going to be a but. The trouble with these autocannons is they, you know, you only have two of them again, so your AI gunners can't do anything. Which the AI gunners are the things that generally take out planes because they're just well overpowered. As you can see, just ripping apart planes with ease. These AI gunners just destroy everything. So when you're actually using manual aim, you generally suffer. But the other thing as well is when you have auto, like AI gunners, of course, you can sort of ignore things, and then you get a bit of a warning when something's coming. If an enemy ship is coming or something like that, you'll see because your AI gunners will start firing off like complete lunatics. When you don't have that sort of AI gunner, it really does mess things up. 4 assists as well, so that was a ridiculous killing spree. And looks like a Sunderland up there. Shells are missing, so that's fun. So hopefully we'll get some hits on target in a second. We're reloading though, and this guy's probably going to be dropping bombs on us any second. amount of AA that this guy's getting at the moment. He's dead. But bombs are incoming. Try and avoid them. There we go, yep, we avoided them. You know, high altitude bombing is not worth doing in this mode either because people just avoid it with such ease. So, just enemy planes left now by the looks of things. So not a bad first game for the stream, not a bad first game. Be interesting to see how much research, well, how much research points we get? How many research points we get for that. Because sometimes it's a bit iffy. Go, just sailing around now, waiting for the game to end, really, because there's nothing more to do. And we're winning their spawn, by the way. Just to really just make mention of how bad the spawn system is. We're in the spawn. Alrighty. So, how much did we get? 5k. So, when you get about 2 to 3 kills, you'll probably get about 4k. When you get 13 kills, you get 5k. I've got a feeling they've put a cap, or at least a soft cap somewhere. They've done something to slow the XP rate down, or there are a research point, because when they first unlocked research points, I was getting about 10k for games like that. So they've definitely slowed down the research game, or they've put a cap on how much you can get. So double strike, shadow streak, assist streak, double strike, ship rescuer, triple strike, avenger, multi-strike, professional, and terror of the sea. So a nice bunch there. Made 47,000 lions, which isn't too bad in all honesty. Naval's a really poor lion maker, which is a shame, because it should be very, you need a lot of lions for naval basically. To play it, you're going to need a ton of lions because ships are quite expensive, and it's frustrating sometimes playing ships. So personal research, we only got we got enough to get the 67mm self-fusing shell. Now, what do we go for? We'll go for the rudder, because turning is always helpful, and that gives us a nice little bit of reward towards the France. And we'll go dry docking next as well, just so we can get that line done. The most important sort of things to research, I guess, in naval, of course, fire prevention and tools. These are essential and they should be as standard, but oh, that's another story. You all know my thoughts on that already. If you've watched my videos, it's a silly idea having them locked behind. The improved rangefinder and the armament modifications. These are the most important sort of things to look at. Then rudder, propeller, and engine are pretty good. The shrapnel protection can be pretty decent as well, just to sort of help your crew from dying as quickly. It just makes it a little bit less deadly, basically. So we've now got the self-fusing shells, which is pretty handy. Yes, so self-fusion shells. They also have slightly higher AP value, only by 1 millimeter, but sometimes the self-fusing shells can actually be pretty good for ship-to-ship combat. I'm not sure with this one because of the rate of fire, but we'll just give it a test run. So test sail, and we'll take out both, and you'll sort of see what I mean by this in a moment. So we've got the self-fusing shells at the moment, so we'll fire off. Well, the S-38 is pretty close. We'll fire off a round at that. And it's not fusing, it's sort of destroying itself. Okay, we'll have to go for the destroyer over there. So we'll fire off a couple of salvos. And as you can see, they're sort of going over there. Now, these are really good for basically doing a lot of deck damage. And that's the main sort of goal for these things, is you want to do sort of deck damage. But I'm not sure if actually these should be variable time fuses. Alright. So I'm not sure if they're actually got the self-fuse on them. Doesn't look like it. They should just be exploding next to the boat. But they are penetrating, so not too sure in all honesty. Where is that plane gone? Here, plane. Here, plane. There you are. So we'll see if we get some flak up with that. No. Okay, so these are just basically AP shells. Okay, that's awesome. But they're pretty hefty AP shells, so alright, let's just return to hangar quickly and we'll get back into another battle. So these have got some decent penetration, but they do have a decent amount of explosive filler as well. These have got slightly more explosive filler than the HE shell. So we've got 400 grams and 680. With this one we've got 480 grams and 816 equivalent. So it should be a much bigger bang. Also, because it's a slightly thicker shell, you should get a little bit more shrapneling from it. So might as well pop a booster while we're at it. Let's go out for another battle. Alrighty. And there we go. North Sea, not a terrible map. We'll spawn closer to the PT spawn again. Basically, just go PT hunting. Yeah, we'll just stick with the HEZS63 and see how that goes. The Schnell boats are definitely a little bit more, well, a little bit weaker now. With the change recently, they've been changed from metal skin to wooden skin, and I think they're going to be a little bit weaker with that. Well, they should be. What's Gaijin it up, but we'll see how that goes. But they've definitely seemed a little bit weaker. Alrighty, so away we go. Now we'll be doing a World of Warships stream soon as well. Probably tomorrow night actually. With the Halloween submarine event in action. I really want to get going on that one and get a, I say a video, but get a stream done and a video done on it, because it's a really cool concept. a Flower class, I believe. So, alright, so the Flower class Corvette starts in the PT spawn. That's interesting. And slightly overpowered because that thing is a big boat, and it's got some decent guns to it. Should be a pretty powerful adversary, in all honesty. Now we've got destroyers over there, of course. Now we're at a slight disadvantage here, so if we can get hits on that guy, we should be okay. But his gun's going to be slightly more accurate than ours at this sort of ranging. Okay, as you see, we're sort of not doing huge amounts because it's very... These things don't really work well for this long fire sort of action. They're not terrible, but they're just... They're not the best. Then we're going to get behind this island and we're going to try and loop around. So we need to repair our gun first of all. But we'll get into that area and start causing some mischief and mayhem, hopefully. We don't beach ourselves on a sandbank under the water. Okay, what am I going to hit? What is down there? I can't really see any sandbanks here. Okay, gun's almost repaired, so we're almost away. And basically, if we catch any smaller boats right now, we can really cause some havoc and start stopping the enemy team from capitalising on this sort of area. Now, they've got a destroyer coming in as well, so we've got to try and handle the destroyer as well as the PT boats right now. The destroyer will have to be our main focus because that's going to be the thing that can cause the most damage to us, of course. Keep an eye out for targets. There's a... Oh no, that's a rock. That's not a target. That's not a valid target, Scree. That's a rock. You doofus. Yeah, rocks are not valid targets, unfortunately. Would be nice. Okay, let's sail around here. And we've got an LS coming in. That's good. Now, hopefully the LS will not just barrel in there. We've got a MPK Arv over there, so that's going to get some serious damage, hopefully. And there is our target for this area. So I need to reload. I've damaged his gun a little bit, but we're not in the best spot right now. Hopefully our little LS can... Well, it's not going to give us much of a hand here. We need to basically hit the rest of the boat now because unfortunately in naval you have to turn the whole boat black before you kill it. There we go. And it can be very frustrating with that because, well, getting the enemy ship sometimes is not easy on certain spots. So we'll head into A. Now if we can keep A and B capped, then we can win this game. If we start losing A and B, we've lost this game. Basically that's naval in a nutshell, because C doesn't really matter, it's all about A and B, because it's all about the small patrol vessels. No idea what's going on with this guy's ship. So he's dead at least. See through the smoke at the moment. got damage on his engine compartment. I'm not sure if the HE is better or if these ones are better, in all honesty. I'm undivided. On paper, these shells look like they should be better. But in reality, they're not really working out that well. But we should take care of this Schnellboat relatively quickly. And he's dropped torpedoes. And we've got a big nasty boat over there. We should take that out pretty quickly. Again, should cause some very good damage to this guy. Dead. And there is a flat barge. The worst of the ships, the most annoying boat of all. Plane incoming. Hopefully our patrol boats will manage to take out the plane. So we've pretty much locked down B and C now, so we should get the win on this game without too much hassle. That little bit of kill streaking there is just going to really affect the enemy team. Because, again, you just basically sail into a cap and you're spawn camping. And we've got an enemy boat over there that's just spawned in. And this guy's going to die very quickly to us, as you can see. And we've got another boat that's just spawned in. And again, this guy is not going to survive very long if we get some hits on target. It's almost... it makes you feel bad almost, because you're just so bloody overpowered. Managed to get into cover, that's good. At least you might get some hits. Okay, we've got an enemy boat behind us now. And again, we're just going to completely wreck this guy, hopefully, before he gets into the cap. There we go. That's one dead enemy before they get into the cap. A plane up that's going to crash, I think. No. Nice job, BTD. Sorry, SBT. SBC even. Alright, now, any more enemy boats? Because we've really just got 8 kills in no time at all there. We've got some boats behind us. Again, we're just going to completely wreck this guy instantly. And this is it, like, to win a naval battle, all you need to do is get a slightly larger boat, like a destroyer or frigate. And yes, I have actually worked out, it's a frigate. The Russians do classify this boat as a frigate. I was a bit unsure the other day. Unsure if it was a corvette or a frigate, because they're both pretty much the same boat, which makes it hard. Got another plane incoming. And got an S-boat there, which again will die pretty much instantly. Might get some kills to launch torpedoes there. No, it's missed its torpedoes. Got a plane incoming. Well, we had a plane incoming. There we go. You can use these guns for AA. They do work. They're not great, but they do work. You just need to have the target coming at you head on, basically, though. If the target's above you and dives on you, you can't really do much. So, 9 kills and 1 plane. Again, we just, you know, it's domination on that sort of thing. It's frustrating for the enemy team. Which is good for me, but bad for them, really. Alrighty. So worked out well popping that that booster pack, I guess. So we made almost 60k lines there, which is again not bad at all. So not a bad effort there. So almost 60k lines, which, as I say, is not too bad. For that, we got 4-7. As I said, they've definitely done some capping to the research point game. You know, I don't like to accuse Gaijin of basically putting in the research point cap again, but I reckon they have. So, again, we made multi-strike, double strike, triple strike. And, Avenger, Assist Streak, Ship Rescuer, Professional, Shadow Strike, Survivor, and Terror of the Ocean. So not bad at all. So so yeah, not a bad game there at all. As I said, the research points definitely seem, I don't know, they do seem like they've been capped. But we've just dramatically lowered it. It's still not terrible. I mean, you're making 5k a game pretty much. But yeah, it's just, as I said, like when they first removed the cap, I was making about 10k without too much problem in game, which was nice because it meant the grind was not as painful as it usually is. But now it's getting towards that point where it's starting to get a little bit painful again. Alrighty, so we've got the dry docking done. So now I reckon we will go for the propeller because we want to get that speed up a little bit, just to give us a bit more maneuverability. It helps out a little bit. Oh, 5. Bollocks. I'm just going to use some golden eagles for that because it's like so close. Alright, so we've got all of these upgrades done, which is awesome. So next on the list, I reckon we will go The rocket launcher is fun, but the problem is it does give you more things that explode on your boat, so it kind of handicaps you. Better off not taking depth charges on rockets and stuff, because you get ammo racked a lot more. It's sort of counterintuitive. Surprise, surprise. The engine could be good, but I think we'll go shrapnel protection. No, we don't want to use Golden Eagles for that. We'll go shrapnel protection just because it's quite handy. So we've got another 1,000 to the fronds. So we're getting closer. 20k to go, so not too bad, not too bad. And then we get our first Russian destroyer. Alrighty, so off to another battle we go. And coffee. And we're on the same map. Hooray, map rotation. So, same strategy as before, really. It's just going to be going in there and cleaning up everything. Yeah, the ship turns much better now as well, which is nice. Got a little bit more speed to her, which is always a bonus. Always an added bonus, for sure. Sorry if I'm going a bit quiet sometimes, I'm just glancing at my Discord, that's the word. So yeah, just glancing at Discord quickly. While the stream is quiet, of course. Because, yeah. So a bit quiet this morning for people. Got a couple of people watching, which is nice, but yeah, feel free to say hello in the chat and stuff like that. Now we're basically just going to steam our way towards no, this is a different map, I think, actually. It's not the same map. Although it does look very similar, I think. I'm not sure. These maps look the same after a while. Away we go. Tally, tally, ho. Oh. Oh, and we have got shells incoming, as you can see there, and they're just being fired because somebody's grey boxed us and is just shooting at targets through a mountain, because, yeah, naval forces. Okay, what have we got over there? We've got some patrol boats. And try and get some hits on those guys. They are at extreme range though. That R boat is looking like a juicy target. If we get some hits on that thing, then we can probably kill it pretty quickly. Yeah, we've done some serious damage to it, and we've got an assist. Misses there, that's okay. We're not going to fire off everything until we get around this corner, really. We're just going to wait, mainly. There's no point in just launching everything. Now, we have another PR-159 over there. And that can be dangerous, because we do need to take that out relatively quickly, because that's going to completely decimate our little naval force there. So it's priority target. When you see one of these, you've got to take it out quick, because it's a very, very dangerous boat. You will see a lot of kills coming in very soon from it, especially if everybody's quite close together. Now, let's see. So yeah, we're not doing too badly at the moment. But once we get around this island, we should be in a good position to start basically cleaning out the enemy. We're going to clean up the enemy ships pretty quickly in that spot. Again, it's a good little location. Sometimes, you know, it doesn't pay charging in too quickly. The Schnellboat should be pretty much dead now. There we go. It's one dead. And then we have the American reserve boat there that will just turn into a fine paste if we get some hits on it. And we've caused some serious damage to that now.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Enemy destroyer just there. It's looking a little bit worse for wear. Oh, it's the enemy Project 159. Looking a little bit... looking like it's sinking a little bit. Now we're going to get a taste of our own medicine in a moment.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
This our boat should be pretty easy to kill. There we go, our boat's dead. But we need to take out that 159 of the enemy team because that thing's dangerous. I think it actually might have just been sunk, so that would be nice. LS there. The LS, of course, is a bit dangerous because it's very small. It's very hard to hit sometimes. But it is dead, nonetheless. So, again, we're just in that position where we can just start really punishing the enemy patrol boats. We've got a good force around us as well, so we should have some decent AA defense. Because so that's the way to counteract these things, is with a plane. But even so, you know, they're still dangerous, but they don't have AI gunners, so they're not as dangerous as some of the other ships because the AI gunners really suck because they're so bloody strong. This R boat's going to die relatively quickly. There we go. There's one dead R boat, and we've got a smoke screen here. Hopefully there's no torpedo waiting for us as we come through, because our friendlies did manage to just completely obscure our view of any torpedoes, so that's always what you want to do. Doesn't look like there are any torpedoes coming. There's one there. This patrol boat will be taken out quickly. Another enemy patrol boat right behind it, but we're just going to decimate, and an LS. So, 3 kills in a matter of seconds. Completely balanced, of course. Got more enemy patrol boats over there in the distance. Get some hits on these targets, which are going to really cause some quite heavy damage. What is shooting this one? No idea what actually shot me just then. But we'll just keep the fire going. Okay, there's something to the side there. That's what's shooting, I think. Schnellboat there. Again, if we get the target torpedoes, it's just going to really cause damage. Ah, I see what it was. There's a destroyer over there. Type 1929, I think. So, and it's already dead. So, didn't last very long. And again, we're just going to keep taking out patrol boats. This guy's just not dying because... well, he actually did die. There we go. So, alright, got something behind us, I think. Ah, we've got a plane coming in. Had a plane coming in. Those bombs missed, so that's somewhat good luck for us. Hopefully we'll get some anti-aircraft support. Looks like we are. The sea is still contested by the enemy, but if you look at the amount of planes up, we've pretty much we just died there. We wasn't even really paying attention, in all honesty. But we've got this now. So we'll take out the 183 and see if we can catch C. AI gunners will cause. Well, we don't have AI gunners, sorry. Is Halleck there? Managed to get the kill. That's nice. See if we can capture C. So 9 kills again, 2 aircraft. Alright, so we'll see if we can capture C, get some extra points. But we'll see what happens there. So we're getting towards C now, and we should cap that, so that will be nice. Get some extra research points. There's not many enemy left now, really. It's yeah, it's pretty dire. As I said, we pretty much cleaned them up. You know, if you think about it, 9 kills. That's 3 players that have used up all 3 of their ships. If you say shot the same 3 players each time. But yeah, it's as you can see, we've pretty much annihilated everything and won this game. So, will we cap before the end of the game? I think we will.
Another zone captured, we have the advantage.
So, all done.
Well done.
Alrighty, so that is that game done and dusted. So again, double strike, shadow streak, triple strike, multi-strike, assist streak, ship rescuer, avenger, professional, and terror of the ocean. Alright. Okay, so that's another good chunk done. And again, 5k, that's not too bad. Alrighty, so we've got the shrapnel protection done. We might as well go rockets just because. We'll go rockets and we'll get depth charges researched as well, just so we can get another line fully done. So that is good. So now we have the rockets on board. Now these are unguided rockets, so if we just go to modifications, and then we can put the rockets on board, which have torpedoes next to them for no discernible reason. And then we've got the mortars as well. So you've got mortars and rockets. So these are the unguided... Oh no, we have got torpedoes. Of course we've got torpedoes, you dumbass. So these are the unguided rockets. We'll just do a quick test sail and then I'll call it a day for the stream. Okay, so our rockets, as you can see there, we're able to move them there, and we've got quite a few rockets there, all unguided of course, so not very easy to hit people with unless you're close to a destroyer. And there we go, we've got a hit on them. More. There we go. So yeah, as you can see, 3 rockets hit the front of that S-boat and did nothing really. So yeah, they're not that useful. They're kind of fun, but they're kind of pointless at the same time. Alright guys, well I hope you've enjoyed this little pop-up stream. I'll be back probably tomorrow with another stream, but World of Warships for the Halloween event. Have a good day. Bye bye.